Your goals page has 6 rewrites this quarter. Your output log has nothing. Refining didn't protect you, it ran the clock. That's a loop. Look at the screen. Left, a Notes app page titled Goals, dates January, March last week, each one a rewrite. Right, an output log. A spreadsheet with rows for completed work. Scroll down, empty. The dates on the goals page keep moving forward. The output log doesn't. The cursor highlights the timestamps on those rewrites. January 12th, February 3rd, April 9th. Then it moves to the output log. Blank rows, no entries. Planning became the proof. Output stayed at 0. Close up. Cursor highlights goals rewrite timestamps, then highlights blank rows. Planning became the proof. Output stayed unchanged. Open the project board. Notion, Trello, whatever you use. Board labeled System. Multiple columns, color-coded, sorted by priority, category, phase. Now look at the Done column. 2 cards, maybe 3, one from weeks ago. Below the board, a folder, templates, saved resources, bookmarked articles. A playlist titled Watch Later. None of it has been used. After every setback, a missed day, a bad week, a stalled project, the first move isn't to run the next rep. It's to redesign the board, rename the columns, start a cleaner version. Pull up the browser history. 3 searches in the last 10 days. Best system for habit tracking. Weekly review template. Productivity method comparison. Below that, a YouTube watch history. 7 videos on planning frameworks. On the phone, the App Store. A habit tracker downloaded Tuesday, another one downloaded the week before. Neither has more than 2 days of entries. Every time a streak breaks, the response isn't to restart the streak. It's to find a better app, a different framework, a new method that finally feels right. The version keeps changing before any version runs long enough to show if it works. Look at the calendar, week view, Monday through Friday, blocks filling in, meetings, deadlines, a sign-up window for something that matters, a class, a cohort, a project slot. Now look at the notification, registration closes Friday, or slots filled, waitlist only. The calendar hardens while you keep refining. Pull the goal document back up, put it next to the habit tracker. The goal doc is detailed. Categories for health, work, learning, personal, subcategories under each one. The tracker mirrors it, rows for each category, columns for each day. The check marks are sparse, a few scattered marks in the first week, then blank. Below both of them, the output log. Still empty. The goals describe a direction. The tracker describes an intention. Neither one describes something that was finished and recorded. The direction is clear. The daily route was never built. On screen, 2 labels appear. One says Signpost, placed over the goals page. The other says Assembly Line, placed over the blank output log. The signpost keeps getting repainted. The assembly line was never turned on. Pull the calendar out to month view. Look at the next 4 weeks. Open slots are shrinking. A deadline notification sits in the inbox, a submission window that closed 2 days ago. Below it, a message thread. Someone writing, "We went ahead and filled the last spot. Let us know if you want to join the next round." A habit tracker shows a streak that reset 3 times in 6 weeks. The restart cost goes up every time, not because the task got harder, because the available time got smaller. Schedules compress, slots disappear, seasonal windows move. The goals page looks the same as it did in January, the calendar does not. Open the drafts folder, an email that was never sent, 3 versions, the subject line changed twice. Below it, a to-do list that was rewritten, same tasks, different order, different phrasing. The tracker got redesigned last week, new category names, cleaner layout. The check marks didn't carry over. A document sits in drafts with 2 revisions, neither one was submitted or shared. The standard for what counts as ready keeps rising before anything visible exists. Requirements expand in private, output stays private too. No sent item, no saved file, no logged rep. Every artifact is preparation, none of it is proof. Stop looking at the goals page. Look at today. The calendar shows a tight day, blocks stacked. Between 2 of them, a 40-minute gap. The output log has a blank row for today. On the phone, a timer app is visible. It hasn't been started. The real question was never about which goal is right. The real question shows up right here in this gap, on this day, at this moment. Your plan didn't fail in the goals doc. It fails at the decision point, when the window is open and the rep is available and you reach for the plan instead of the task. A phone timer is set to 5 minutes. It starts. The screen shows a single task, 1 email that's been sitting in drafts. The draft opens. No rewriting, no subject line change. The cursor moves to the send button. Sent. A timestamp appears, 2:47 p.m. The output log is open. 1 row gets a checkmark. Today's date, 1 entry. The timer shows 3:12 remaining, the file is saved, the log is closed, nothing else happens, no second task, no system redesign, no optimization. 1 rep, 1 trace, done. Scroll through the goals page one more time. January, February, March, April, June, 6 rewrites, dates visible. Stop on the latest one. Rewrites are motion, traces are progress. Split the screen 3 ways. Left, the system dashboard, the full board with its columns and categories and color codes. Center, the output log nearly empty except for 1 new entry, highlighted. Right, nothing else changed. The board is the same, the templates are the same. The only real difference on the entire screen is that single highlighted row. That pattern has a name. Its goal is operating system substitution. The goal page gets treated like the engine. It isn't. It's the sign on the building. The engine is the daily rep that leaves a trace. When the sign keeps getting repainted but the engine never runs, the building looks active from the outside. Inside, nothing ships. Pull the calendar forward 2 weeks. The open blocks are fewer. A deadline page shows a registration that closed. A message thread confirms someone else took the slot. A habit tracker shows another reset day 1 again. None of this happened because the plan was bad. It happened because the plan kept being refined while the calendar kept moving. The cost isn't emotional. It's logistical. Fewer open windows, more coordination required to restart, higher friction to begin something that would have been simple 3 weeks ago. The App Store is open again. A new productivity app, a new template duplicated into Notion. The output log still has the same rows, mostly blank, 1 entry from the demonstration earlier. Browser tabs show best method for daily habits and weekly review system comparison. Every time a rep comes due, the reflex is the same. Find a better container instead of filling the current one. A new tracker appears the same week the old one goes blank. The decision moment, that 40-minute gap, that 5-minute window repeats every day. And every day the system grows while the log stays thin. Adding another app is the same loop wearing a different label. The lever is not a better plan. Here's the only thing that changes the pattern. 1. Set the window. Pick up your phone. Set a timer for 5 minutes. That's the boundary. Nothing happens outside it. 2. Run 1 rep. Choose the smallest complete version of the task. 1 email sent, 1 set done, 1 page drafted, 1 block written. It has to end in a finished state, not a plan for finishing. 3. Leave a trace. Capture 1 visible proof before you close the timer. A checked box, a sent timestamp, a saved file, a logged row. Then stop. Do not add a second rep. Do not redesign the tracker. Do not upgrade the system. 1 window, 1 rep, 1 trace. Today, the line you can carry with you is this: timer, rep, trace. That's it. Refining didn't protect you. It consumed the window. The decision moment doesn't need a better goal. It needs a bounded action that ends in proof. A completed loop inside a shrinking window, that's what breaks the cycle. Not more clarity. 1 trace. The output log now has several dated entries: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The goals page is unchanged, same version it had last week. The calendar shows small blocks marked execution 15 minutes, 20 minutes scattered across the week. The sent folder has timestamps matching the log. The goals didn't become smarter, the tracker didn't become more detailed. The run cycle became real, fewer rewrites, more rows filled. 1 highlighted row in the output log. Today's date. What did your last rewrite produce that this